Are you currently focusing on any specific things to improve about yourself? Personally, trying to focus on being more open and conversational. I'm trying to not be, I guess there's a lot of things that I'm trying not to do. I'm trying not to get angry at things immediately. Like, not even actually angry, but sometimes like playing Bloodborne or something, I'd be like, man, this fucking boss sucks! Or something like that. And I'm like, no, just relax. It's just a fucking game. Who cares? But the main thing that I'm working on to improve myself is to not care as much about what other people say about me or think about me. It's something that everyone always hears, that you can't get everyone to like you and you should stop trying. But it's one thing to say it, but another thing to actually actively know it. And that's something that I've gotten better at. I'm distancing myself from getting too heavily involved in other people's lives online. Because it just sets things up to have a higher emotional cost to them. I always prided myself on being super invested in my audience and being super interactive and everything. But I feel like it just created a bunch of entitled people that just want all of my attention all the time, and that I've given it to them a lot and I had a lot of time for it, but the more I've given them, the more they've wanted to take. And if I just keep giving, there's no end to it. And then it just creates this emotional well that when you stop giving them attention, suddenly they get angry and entitled and want to control you. And I'm not letting other people control how I live my life anymore. Through various different means. Because if you let people control your life, they will, and they will tell you exactly who you should be. And for a long time on YouTube, for the first few years, I tried so hard to get people to like me that they were determining who I was as a person, and then I didn't know who I was. And so many people on the internet are so willing to give you their opinions and everything, which is fine. That's just the way people are. But a lot of people also project who they want to be, but also who they want you to be. And if you allow them to get inside your head, then you will start doing it that way. And if you give people that control over you, they will just control your life. And that's what I'm working on right now. And it took me a long time to actually admit that to myself and admit my faults. And as much as I prided myself on being interactive with my audience, I also realized how unhealthy I dipped into it. And I'm getting better at it, because there is that fear that if you don't know, or you don't interact as much anymore, that they will turn on you and say man, I remember when you used to care a lot. And it's not for lack of caring. It's probably because I care more about not only my well-being, but your well-being, that I can't just keep interacting with you at such a high level, because all I'm doing is setting it up for failure at some point. And that, I think, is real maturity and real positive mental attitude, to set proper boundaries, and we can still all interact with each other, but probably on a more macro scale, instead of me getting to know. There's a lot of people that I know in this community by first name, and I know what they're doing in their lives because I've seen them around so much and see them show up in chat and whatnot a lot. But I don't think that that's healthy. The parasocial relationship aspect of my channel has dipped too far into the unhealthy side of things for a long time, and I think there's a much healthier balance that I can strike that I'm going to try going forward. And that's real king shit. No more pandering. No more getting hyper involved and worrying what everybody's thinking all the time and being like, God, did people like me? Did they like this video? Because I'm not making stuff that I enjoy as much, and I'm not making stuff for me. I'm making it just to please an algorithm or an audience that have an expectation of me. And that shit's whack. And it's been really hard to kind of verbalize that, because I don't want it to make it seem like I think I'm above other people, or I feel like I am pretentious, or I hate my audience, or anything like that, because I don't. It's far from it. It's because I love what I do so much that I've had to figure this shit out, and it's hard to talk about it in a way that doesn't make it seem that way, Because there's a lot of ways of saying this that articles can crop up and be like, JackSepticeye hates his audience and wants distance from them. Or JackSepticeye's audience are too entitled and he's sick of it. Like shit like that, because that's not the case. I'm trying to think about it in the more mature manner that makes us all actually evolve and grow with the channel, and we all get to enjoy the content without all getting too obsessed with the minor details of everything that's going on in each other's personal lives. We can still have fun. We can still be interactive. We can still do shit as a community and have so much fun that way. But I don't think any of us in the community, or me to you or you to me, will ever be best friends. But there's a lot of that energy around that I think is unhealthy.